5 people you never heard who changed the world. 1. Nils Bohlin. Nils Bohlin was working for Volvo in 1958 when he came up with a revolutionary design that has saved millions of lives: the seatbelt. 1. Simple lap seatbelts have been around for a long time, but the 3-point safety belt was a major technological advancement with a simple design. Bohlin received a patent for the design the next year. After some initial resistance from drivers who resented being told what to do, even for their own good, the 3-point seatbelt has become a standard feature in new cars around the world. There is no way of knowing exactly how many lives the seatbelt has saved, but the number is estimated to be in the millions. 2. Philo Farnsworth. In 1927, Philo Farnsworth managed to transmit an image of a straight line through the air. By 1929, he had improved his design and managed to transmit a picture of his wife. Much more exciting, even if the picture was a little blurry. Though he called it an image dissector, Philo had, in fact, just invented television. So, why did John Logie Baird get the credit? Well, Baird was one of the pioneers of television and also much more business-minded. He demonstrated the first color television in 1928. Philo turned down offers to buy out his patents and started his own business, but couldn't compete with the large companies that were getting in on the act, and his business folded. Philo remained an inventor until the end of his life in 1971, but never again invented anything as wonderful as TV. 3. Lewis Latimer. Lewis Latimer, the son of runaway slaves, was the draftsman who helped Alexander Graham Bell file his patent for the telephone. That's kind of impressive, but that's not all. Latimer also patented a carbon filament for the incandescent light bulb in 1881. Though Thomas Edison is generally credited as the inventor of the light bulb, he had, until that time, only been able to make the bulbs light up for a few minutes at a time. Latimer patented his method for making carbon filaments, which allowed light bulbs to burn for hours before burning out. Much more useful. 7. Not only that, but Latimer was a pioneer of the electric lighting industry and one of the charter members of the Edison Pioneers, who worked closely with Edison in the further development of electric light. Of the original 100 pioneers, Lewis Latimer was the only black man. He went on to invent a number of other useful gadgets, including a flushing train toilet and a device which cooled and disinfected patients' rooms in hospitals, thus reducing the rate of hospital-acquired infections. 4. James Harrison. James Harrison has saved the lives of over 2 million people. Known as the man with the golden arm, James's blood produces a rare antibody which cures the otherwise fatal rhesus disease in unborn children. James has donated his blood 1,173 times, a Guinness World Record. It is estimated that James's donations have saved the lives of almost 2.4 million babies. James was forced to retire as a blood donor when he reached the age of 77, the maximum donor age in Australia, where he lives. However, his blood has also been used in the development of a medicine known as anti-D, which, it is hoped, will banish the rhesus disease in children forever. 5. Alfred Russel Wallace. Alfred Wallace was a British anthropologist and explorer. He wrote a series of articles on natural selection and the theory of evolution before Charles Darwin got onto it. So, why isn't natural selection called Wallaceism? It seems Wallace didn't fit the expected profile of a serious scientist. Not only was he interested in natural science, but he also took a keen interest in socialism, spiritualism, and the certainty of life on Mars. Also, it seems that Wallace wasn't very shrewd. Coming up with his theory after a bout of illness kept him in his bed. He wrote his ideas down and sent them to Darwin, who was working in the same field, and who Wallace hoped would help him get the ideas published. Darwin read the work and was horrified. He hastily wrote his own paper. Both versions were read to members of the Linnean Society in 1858. 11. However, Darwin used his connections to ensure that his was read first, and followed it up by immediately publishing a book the subject, thus cementing his reputation as the man who challenged God, while Wallace seemed happy to go on traveling, studying, and writing articles about whatever interested him.